Hello guys, I Shreeya Katyal welcome you all to Rubaroo. We are at Marwah Studios and you are watching MSTV. Today with us we have a person who has dedicated 35 valuable years of his life to Defence Forces of India. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Satya Deo Rai. So let's go and know about his journey and how and when did his journey in defence begin. Hi sir, welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
तो अभी सबसे पहले मैं आपसे यही जानना चाहूंगी कि आपका ये सफर किस तरीके से कहां से कैसे शुरू हुआ?
Shreya, in fact, I was a teacher. I was teaching physics.
Okay, before the defense.
Yes. I was keen to join forces because I have some inclination, personal inclination, and some orientation towards defense and security of the nation.
Okay.
And few of my relatives, my friends, they had already joined defense forces. So I was not comfortable with teaching physics. I tried to in central government and do something very positive about security.
Something that patriotic feeling was pricking you somewhere.
Yes,
okay.
Certainly. So that is why in my examination for the UPSC, I gave my preference for Armed Forces Headquarters. In fact, I could have been posted in Content Ministry or in any other services also. But I preferred joining, and by choice I was, not by default or by choice, in Armed Forces Headquarters.
Okay.
And I served for 35 long years.
I would like to ask you that since you were in Armed Forces, so what kind of job is there?
We civilian officers were assigned the job pertaining to their provisioning and their personal management of the forces.
Okay.
Their posting, their transfers, their promotions, all the management aspect, HRD aspect you can say, human resource, how to develop a soldier into fighting, all-time fighting force. That was the thrust, and we have to look into that matters very seriously. How to keep the forces in high morale, that should be the aim of all defense preparedness. So that was the one-line motto for us. How to keep the defense forces in high spirit, in high morale. And only the morale of the forces wins the war and nothing else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now the question that comes to my mind is that since you were serving in defense, right? So I would like to know that एक normal इंसान की life एक defense वाले बंदे से क्या different होती है?
The difference is in their very orientation and discipline.
Discipline.
A common man does not know what discipline is all about. A common man feels that the soldiers are, for soldiers, discipline means regimentation. So only regimentation is not discipline. The total orientation apart from regimentation is discipline in life, way of their living, at what time they get up in the morning, what all drills they perform, then they vow, how they follow their rituals. People are not aware. They feel that a soldier is a machine. And all time they keep fighting.
Exactly, थोड़ा robotic सा नहीं हो जाता.
So people feel that soldiers are simply robots, and robots are performing this business of guarding the frontiers and borders. That is not the case. Soldier is also a human being, and all emotions are there with all the soldiers.
True.
Emotions. They have their family. They have their wife, children, kids, and their education and everything. So he is also a human being, but only difference is a disciplined human being.
तो जैसे कि आपने कहा कि soldiers भी humans होते हैं, but what I believe is that they are above humans, वरना feelings नहीं होंगी और वो एक attachment नहीं होगी तो अपनी जान देने के लिए कौन तैयार हो जाएगा? So मेरे को लगता है वो humans से एक next level ही होते हैं.
मुझे याद है राम वृक्ष बेनीपुरी के अम्बपाली एक ड्रामा नाटक जिसमें अम्बपाली कहती है तुम तो सैनिक हो ना, अरे मरने के पैसे पाते हो. So this is the common parlance. A person, a common man in the society feels that a soldier is paid for dying. No, they have all the celebrations of life ingrained in them, in their training and everything. They are not paid for dying. Death is one of the professional hazard for a soldier. Every time a soldier does not go to the frontiers or forward areas to commit sacrifice and to hang around or to die.
Exactly.
He goes there to kill his enemies and come back with flying colors, with victory and win. Death is one of the accident of everybody's life.
Exactly.
So
At least their death is being productive, I must say.
yes,
So,
a soldier and a sannyasi, they are at all the times face to face with the reality. The ultimate reality is death. So a soldier and a sannyasi, never he is afraid of death. उसको मृत्यु से भय नहीं. मृत्यु को कोई नहीं जीता है. मृत्यु के भय को जीतने का नाम मृत्युंजय है.
बहुत सही
So when you
बोला.
call मृत्युंजय, it means one has overcome the fear of death.
exactly.
And through all trainings and orientation, a soldier is taught to overcome the fear of death.
तो अब जब हमने डेथ का टॉपिक छेड़ा ही है तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो दैट कोई आपका ऐसा नियर टू डेथ एक्सपीरियंस हुआ अपने 35 इयर्स के टेन्योर में?
Yes, I have come across a number of such instances because my tenure, a number of campaigns, military parlance में campaigns कहते हैं, operations कहते हैं, जैसे सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक का. सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक का मतलब होता है उतना ही देर तक स्ट्राइक करना है जहाँ उसका इम्पैक्ट होगा. और कारपेट बम्बिंग कहते हैं कि ऐसा बम्बिंग कर दिया कि सारा बराबर कर दिया. तो कारपेट बम्बिंग पूरे ऑपरेशन थिएटर में किया जाता है. सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक जहाँ बीमारी है वहीं काट दिया जाता है. I can't say I have seen operations, but I have monitored, I have acted, and I have executed so many plans. I was mostly involved in plans and policies. In that branch I worked a lot. I have monitored activities of my forces or defense forces in Op Pawan. Op Pawan was IPK forces operation in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
During 87, 88, 89. So I was quite involved in that. I was doing SO to the Deputy Army Chief then. Then I was up Vijay Kargil.
Okay.
Yes, up Parakram, of course, we were likely to strike. I will not disclose so many things on but I am privy to so many secrets. So I have seen from very close quarter how to handle these situations. Sometime in personal talks I will share with you how I have been viewed by senior bosses as a civilian officer, how I have been acting and how we have been planning and how I have provided insight to the military planning as a civilian officer. And that was quite fascinating and interesting for me also. Okay. Yes.
That's amazing.
And I see spiritualism and security integrated to each other. These are not exclusive to each other.
I would like to know your family's reaction. Like, how were they? Were they very supportive towards your career or like?
Very supportive.
Okay.
I remember an incident when I spent in the evening, I can call night. I was at 10 o'clock or 10:30 in the night, and then I left my office from South Block. I was doing SO to the Deputy Chief of Army Staff, and General Pillai, he told Adai, your wife must be cursing us that you were held back at offices till 10:30 at night. And I'm asking you to come in the morning at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So it is very much taxing and your wife may not be very comfortable with it. मैंने कहा कि sir, we take all these things in a stride. If a soldier or a general can be held back in his office till 10:30, why not a civilian? You are a civilian in uniform, you are a civilian uniform, I am a civilian, I am a soldier without uniform. So both of us are civilians and both of us are soldiers at a time. So long as both of us, we are Indians.
True.
We are one and the same.
So
that is how I react, and that is how my wife perceived also that way.
That is
She was quite supportive.
Because family support is very important
Yes.
to pursue anything.
My children also grew up like that, and they knew my limitations as an officer in defense forces. They know that I am less of a civil officer and more of a military officer.
In that case, you are blessed.
But they were compensated to the extent that whenever my wife went to the Vice Chief of Army Staff for a dinner, to the Chief, to the Deputy Army Chief, to various defense service clubs, she felt proud.
Exactly.
Yes, so that is how one is compensated.
It is indeed a proud moment.
Yes.
So now it has been 10 years after your retirement.
Yes.
So, what are you pursuing now? Like, what are you doing in life right
Uh,
now?
well, Shreya, you see, I am not an idler. I can't keep idle. I can't remain silent. I have to speak out. For speaking out, I have to work. I
Exactly.
have to devote myself. And I'm very passionate about life.
Okay.
One must have some passion in life.
True.
And for survival also, for sustenance also, passion is necessary.
Your dreams, your goals, they keep
Yes,
you
so these
going.
are all passion.
Exactly.
And you have to match your passion with your and mission and with your resources. So, in a way, I'm compensated by, I'm getting handsome pension as a class 1 officer at senior level. So, I have the resources to sustain myself individually. My passion is my nation, my society, and the planet Earth and the humanity as such. So, I am devoting my time to upliftment of the society and spiritual upliftment. So, unless we ensure spiritual upliftment, all this man-making science will fail
Exactly.
miserably.
It's the base for
So, I am
everything.
trying to marriage man-making science and money-making science.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, since we touched this topic of spiritualism, what I believe is people perceive it as something sannyas, le liya, spiritualism, which
No.
is completely wrong. Spiritualism, according to me, is something which is basis of everything. It's like base of your personality and everything is related to it. So, how do you define spiritualism?
Well, I can say, Shreya, with a certain degree of confidence that for the last over 40 years I have been teaching Yoga, Vedanta, Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
The whole spiritualism is covered in Veda, Vedanta जिसको बोलते हैं. Vedanta means the ultimate and the apex, pinnacle of Veda. And it is all covered in various Upanishads. And we call them Shruti. Shruti is Vedanta. So if we call Vedanta, we call Shruti. If we call Shruti, we call Upanishad. So one and same, Shruti, Vedanta, Upanishad. And all the essence of Shruti, Vedanta is aphorized in Brahma Sutra. We call Darshan, Brahma Sutra, by Lord Vedvyas, Brahma Sutra. And whatever is aphorized, Sutrabadh kiya hua hai Brahma Sutra mein, it has been generalized for general public, general person like you, me and others. It has been generalized Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is what has been encoded in Upanishad and aphorized in Darshan, Brahma Sutra. That is simplification and generalization of all this knowledge. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when we teach Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in the last chapter, 18th chapter, when Arjun asks, Prabhu, Bhagwan, आप तो भगवान भी हैं, मेरे मित्र भी हैं, मेरे संबंधी भी हैं, आप सब हैं, मुझे ये तो बताइए संन्यास की कुछ महिमा बताइए. Replied back Lord Krishna says, Arjun, it is very difficult for me to explain what sannyas is all about, because neither I am a sannyasi nor are you. You are also a householder. You have your own family and children, everyone. I do have my own family and children. I have a larger family than you. So how we householders can discuss, debate and deliberate and do our meditation and contemplation on an issue pertaining to sannyas?
वो तो
We
कर्मयोग
are not
को ही
suitably
propagate करते हैं.
qualified. We are ill-qualified to discuss, because sannyas is not about being resigned, being divorced from social activities and household.
But spiritualism is not sannyas, we know that. So I want to know that एक general public के लिए, commoner के लिए, आपकी क्या definition है spiritualism की?
A man is basically an animal, like any other animal. Where a man or a person, individual, a man or woman, when we call human being, how he differs from an animal, cat, rat, ox, cows, how does, they are not social animal, they are domesticated, whereas man is a social animal. So man is defined, he is animal, social animal, and then he is not only social, he is thinking animal. Any other animal is not thinking animal. To some extent, some of the animals are thinking, could be. But all other animals are not spiritual. A man, a person, individual, human being is an spiritual also. So above all, that is why Swami Shankaracharya, who revived the Hindu and Sanatan traditions ethos, he called Jantunam nar janma durlabham. Human being is the rarest of the rare species in this world. 84 lakh joni hai, one of the rarest of the species. Jantunam nar janma durlabham. Among all the species, human life is supreme. So how supreme? Only spirituality makes you supreme. Other things are matter of routine and details. Someone goes to mandir or temple or masjid or gurdwara or any other place of worship and he claims himself, I am a spiritual. No. Country has suffered a lot in the name of pseudo secularism. कोई हनीप्रीत सिंह और कौन राम रहीम बाबा बन गया, कोई आसाराम साधु बन गया, कोई रामपाल सोमपाल. All these cheats, thugs, rogues, ruffians, they have become spiritualists, and the society is giving them respect and reverence, adorations to them.
Because they're not clear about the idea of spiritualism. That's
No,
why.
they are the thugs of the society.
No,
Society
people.
does not know what is spiritualism all
That's
about.
what I
That
am-
we have
that's
to.
what I am saying,
So
that
people like
people are not
us,
clear.
please expose the society to people like us. We will train them, and it costs you nothing. I am telling you. Shreya, it costs nothing. I deliver lectures to so many colleges, institutes, universities, free of. I don't charge anything. No remuneration, no honorarium,
So
nothing.
that's
at
what
all.
I'm saying, that people are not clear about the idea of spiritualism. That's why
What
they're
is
swayed.
spiritualism is out. So once you are aware that this is my body, your body, you are conscious of your body. This body is called gross body, physical body. Gross body, physical body, भौतिक शरीर है ये. बाहर से खोल है, शीन है. This is just a cover.
Exactly.
You live inside it. At what level you? At your subtle level.
Your
we
soul
call-
consciousness, we
yes,
call that.
Yes. So soul consciousness, beyond that you have to go that. You have explored to some extent your mental consciousness and mental construct. You live at some time at your mental frame, we call Sukshma Sharir, at subtle body. You have never thought of astral body, that Pranamaya Sharir. So what holds you together, the physic is gross body, physical body, and your subtle body, and in between the sting is of astral body, Pranamaya Sharir. The sting is broken, subtle body and physical body, they fall apart. Once you experience that spiritual, you will find that what a blissful state this is, what a heartful state
So
this
now,
is.
now, let's make it easier for the viewers and
Yeah.
just conclude it in one line that
Yes, yeah.
spiritualism is basically knowing yourself from within, right?
Beyond that, beyond your ego, beyond your mind, beyond your intellect, that is your spirit. So spirit is beyond that.
True.
And knowing your spirit is spiritualism, nothing else, not less than that.
Knowing yourself
yes,
from
yes,
within.
not yourself. What drives you most to perform your duties? What drives you most?
My passion, my goals in life. So
Your passion,
Exactly.
you are very focused. But there has to be a limit to that also. And beyond that, when you are exploring that aspect also, then it comes to spiritualism. Unless you explore that domain or realm at that level,
अब आपने मुझसे पूछ ही लिया तो मैं आपको बताती हूँ. My fund of living is like be like a leaf. The leaf, when it floats on water, from one side it's touched to the water and from the other side it's untouched. So जब तक यहाँ पे हो, मैं कृष्ण जी का रूल फॉलो करती हूँ कि अपना कर्म योग करते रहो, प्लेजर्स लो लाइफ के, अटैचमेंट रखो, बट इतनी भी नहीं कि ये छोड़ के ही ना जाना पड़े या मन ना करे. So जब तक हो अपने कर्म पूरे करो, अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई करो, सबको खुश रखो, और जब जाना हो तब खुशी खुशी जाना भी है. That is what I believe.
you are performing as, you may be performing as a daughter of someone. Are you married, Shreya? No, not yet. So you are daughter of someone, you are granddaughter of someone, you are
So your
sister
role
of
should
someone.
be-
So in a different role, you are conducting yourself differently.
Exactly.
And you are touching the reality differently.
True.
And you are touched by reality differently. So what is that reality? You have to explore that.
Exactly.
And without exploring that, you are casting off your body, then you are not performing your job. इसलिए जंतु नाम नर जन्म दुर्लभ. In this life only it has to be experienced.
True.
Your spirit and the ultimate goal of this life is to be experienced here and now.
So now let's have some message for the viewers from your side.
Yes.
Like आप अपनी लाइफ को इतने डिसिप्लिन वे में लीड कर चुके हैं, स्पिरिचुअलिज्म के आप टॉक्स भी करते हैं, अब इतना इनलाइटनमेंट स्प्रिंकल कर रहे हैं हर जगह, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप व्यूअर्स के लिए भी आप एक मैसेज दें कि किस तरीके से उनको अपनी लाइफ को लीड करना चाहिए, क्या गोल्स होने चाहिए, क्या मोटिव्स होने चाहिए लाइफ के.
First of all, Shreya, one should be true to himself or herself. If one is not true to himself or herself, he is doing injustice to himself, his family, his society, his nation, and he becomes a burden.
True.
So first of all, one has to inculcate truthfulness in his conduct, and then education. One should be educated properly, oriented properly, given correct impressions. संस्कार जिसको कहते हैं, impression and orientation is called संस्कार. संस्कार उसको कहते हैं हमारे मानस पटल पर जो बचपन की छाप जो रह जाती हैं वो संस्कार है. So we have various sanskaras, impressions in our life, and we have to carry through our life. It may be carried through after death
The next
also,
birth.
in next birth also, because we believe in rebirth also. So there are certain rules, regulations, yam, niyam, restraints, regulations, everything. Be truthful to yourself, true to yourself, to your family, to your society, to your nation, then humanity. And then sky is the limit for you. You can achieve whatever you perceive as your goal. Set your goal. Set your goal in your life. This is the message. And try to achieve it. Raise the bar for others also, for yourself also. And try to achieve that. And this is called tap. यही तप है. उपनिषद कहता है तद्धि तपस. This is the tap. ये तप है. And you have to undergo all this tapa, all this pursuit in your life and achieve that and be free here and now. Thank you. Thank you, Shreya.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing so much of experience and enlightening us so much. Thanks for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
So, this was Mr. Satya Deo Rai, and what I learned from his life is that when you are destined to be the driver of your life, why you are settling to be merely a passenger? Have goals in life and keep on going, and then sky is the ultimate limit. That's all for today in Rubaroo. I, Shreeya Katyal, sign off for the day, but I will be back with another very eminent celebrity guest for you. Till then, you keep watching MSTV, Har Pal Aapke Saath.